Hello everyone, this is Samiran Methi, Senior Lecturer in Computer Engineering Department from Praveen Patil Polytechnic. I hope you guys all are safe, and I'm here with the practical number 8. The title for the same is Configuration of Telnet and SSH protocol using any tool, and the tool for the same we'll use is Cisco Packet Tracer. Now before going for configuration of Telnet and SSH, let us focus on the theoretical aspect of Telnet and SSH. Now Telnet is a network protocol used to virtually access a computer and to provide a two-way communication between two machines. On a simpler note, what they are trying to convey is, for example, if there is host 1 and there is host 2, now host 1 will have the capability to run commands of host 2, or it could gain access to host 2 even if he is at host 1. Fine. So that was Telnet, but Telnet has a disadvantage. Telnet does not provide security. Fine. So now to overcome this disadvantage of Telnet, we have SSH. The full form for the same is Secure Cell. Secure Cell protocol is a software package that enables secure system administration and file transfers over insecure networks with the help of authentication mechanisms like password. So Telnet is nothing but communication between two devices, or host 1 can gain access to host 2, right? Whereas the disadvantage of Telnet was it is unsecured, fine. Now to avoid this disadvantage of Telnet, we have SSH protocol, which provides security to the communication channel with the help of authentication mechanism like password. So this was it regarding the theory of Telnet and SSH. Now let us focus on the configuration aspect. Now for configuration, we'll use Cisco Packet Tracer. Now we require some devices for the configuration of the same. We require some router. So let us take a portable router, right? And after that, we require one switch, right? And then we require one device. So we have two devices, router 0 and PC 0, that will act as a two hosts that need to communicate with each other with the help of Telnet initially and then with the help of SSH. So with the connecting wire, let us connect these devices. Right? Now go to router, go to command line interface. Now they are asking, would you like to enter the initial configuration? No. For that we are supposed to write N, enter, again enter. So we have reached router. Now the router should be enabled initially. So write EN for enable. So router has been enabled now. Now we need to configure it. For the same, write conf space T, enter. Configuration mode as on for this router. Now let us change the host name of this router. I mean, it is not compulsory, but you could do if you want. So let the host name of this router be host name space R1. Fine. Now we have successfully set the host name of the router. Now we are supposed to configure fast Ethernet 00. I hope you guys remember how to know whether a router is 00 or 01, right? So let us now configure fast Ethernet 00. For that we are supposed to write command ind f0/0, enter. Now it should be up, that is could be done by no shut. Now this router has been in an up mode, so we have done it regarding the no shut. Now we are supposed to assign IP address to this router. So for that we are supposed to write IP space ADDR, fine, and let the IP address of the router be 10.1.1.1, and the subnet mask for the same will be 255.0.0.0, right? So we have set the IP address. Now we should exit it. We have successfully exited. Now we are supposed to assign a username and password, right? So that the two hosts could communicate with each other with the help of username and password. So let the username be Cisco and let the password be 1234, right? So we have successfully set the username and password. Now I don't want my password to be shown on the screen when I am typing it, right? So for that I need to write enable secret 1234. Fine. Now telnet allows 5 devices to be connected at the same time, right? So now to use this facility, we are supposed to write the command line vty 0 space 4. Now 0 to 4, in the sense we could have 5 devices connected with the help of telnet, right? So we have successfully done it. Now telnet allows local connection. So for using this facility of local connection or enabling local connection, we are supposed to write a command known as login local, right? So with this we could successfully enable local connection, right? Now we are supposed to exit, again exit. Now we have finally come to the outside the router, right? So we need to check whether we have successfully assigned IP address to FA00 or not. So for that we are supposed to write sh, that is serial IP int vr. So if you could see, we have successfully assigned 10.1.1.1 to fast ethernet 00. So now let us check whether we could communicate or we could initiate the communication between two devices or not, right? So go to PC and firstly set the IP address of this PC. Now IP address is, let it be 10.1.1.2. Subnet mask will be as it is, and the default gateway will be 10.1.1.1, right? Okay. Now go to command prompt, right? Now going to command prompt, we are supposed to write telnet 10.1.1.1. So it is giving us access. They are asking us the username Cisco, password 1234. It is not showing because we have enabled secret. Enter. So we have gained access to the router. Remember, we are gaining access from PC to the router. So we are in this PC, but with the help of telnet communication, we could gain access to router 0 or other device with the help of the host device. I hope the point is clear. Fine. Now let us enable this router. Enabled, but they are asking us password 1234. Enter. Now it has given us access. Now let us uh, explore some more commands like serial IP route, that is ROU. So it is giving us access to all this router and protocols as far as telnet is concerned. Now let us check whether we are able to gain access to, sorry, the IP of the host was 10.1.1.2, right? So we are in the router. For example, we are here. Now let us check whether we could gain access to this device or not, because this device has the IPS 1.2, right? So yes, so success rate is 100%, in the sense we are able to communicate with PC. So we have seen that we can communicate from here to here and also from here to here, right? Now we are supposed to exit it. Exit. Now connection to 10.1.1 is closed by foreign host, fine. So now let us check we could gain access with the help of SSH or not. So SSH minus L Cisco is Cisco 10.1.1.1. No, so they are not giving us access directly to SSH. Now to gain access we need to go to router, right? So coming back to router, now we need to configure it. Conf space T, enter. We have entered the configuration mode. Now to use SSH we require domain name. So let us set the domain name, for example IP domain space name, right? Domain underscore name or minus name. Let it be www.cisco.com, fine. So we have, okay, we need to give space over here, fine. Oh, okay, no problem. So Okay, www.cisco.com, right? Next is, after domain name, we are supposed to, give key and as well as uh, crypto key, generate, and RSA. Now RSA, DeFi, Hellman, DES, these are algorithms for cryptography, right? So we could use this algorithms over SSH. So the command for the same is crypto key generate RSA. Now they will ask us how many bits for keys should be assigned. So let it be 512. Fine. Now IP SSH authentication retries. Authentication retries, in the sense how many times that the user should get for trying the password successfully. So it will get, he or she will get only 5 retries, right? Enter. Now the timeout should also be set. IPSSH timeout, let it be 60. Fine. Timeout 60. Okay. Now how many devices should be connected with the help of SSH? For example, 5, 0 to 4. And now with the help of Telnet we have enabled login local, but we will disable over here. No login local. Fine. Disable it, and instead it should use transport input SSH. Right? Exit and again exit. Right? So now let us check whether we have gained access to this one or not. So write telnet 10.1.1.1. Fine. It is giving access. No, it is not giving. Then SSH -L Cisco 10.1.1.1. Fine. Yes, it is giving us access. 1 2 3 4 password. Fine. We have gained access to router. Now let us enable it. Now let us, again it is asking us password 1 2 3 4. Fine. So we have gained access to this router with the help of SSH. You could explore some commands like sh, IP, ROU. Yes, it is giving us access. Let us check ping command is reachable or not. 2. Yes, it is reachable. So in this way we have successfully configured Telnet as well as SSH. So thank you for watching the video. Take care. Bye. And before bye, let me tell you that in case you have doubt, you could post a comment on Google Classroom. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.